Yay, we are now live. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us tonight. As you can see, there's actually 5 of us. Unbelievable. This is the first time I've had 4 guests on our show, and I want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. Yes, tuning in with me this week as we rally up for the Power Up Summit that takes place on July 14th through the 18th. Yes, in a one next month. Wow, June just flew by. But listen, my name is Dr. Betty Speaks. I am a World Civility Ambassador, international speaker, author, professional Christian coach, the founder of A Life Change Now, and an imprint lifetime leader. I'm extremely passionate about empowering individuals to resurrect and establish themselves through the 4 components of life, which is spiritual growth, financial literacy, personal development, and professional development. But tonight, it's enough about me. Tonight, I want you to know about these phenomenal ladies that are here to rally you up to attend the Power Up Summit that takes place next month. Again, July 14th through the 18th. That's right. 5 phenomenal days. You've read the description. The Power Up Summit 2021 will be a collection of the very best business, inspirational, and motivational speakers who have overcome challenges to succeed, to rise, to power up, to leave an imprint. They're going to be bringing power of human potentials to an entrepreneurial event like no other before. So we want to tell you that you have to hang out with people who will impact your future, not your past. So it's time to pay it forward. I'm not going to keep you too long tonight. I just want to start off with our phenomenal guests. As you can see, like I said before, there is 4 of them. And I'm going to start off with the young lady who's been with me before. I can see her all smiles right now. Maria, are you there? I want you to tell our guests who you are and where you're calling in from.
Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Marie Hall, and I am in Atlanta, Georgia. I am the CEO and founder of Ruby Mac Learning Academy, where we specialize in tutorial and consulting services. We also do adult education, where we want to educate, elevate, and empower you to be your best self. It is time to boss up. It's time to power up. I'm so excited to be here with these beautiful ladies tonight, and with you, Dr. Betty. I had the pleasure of being on stage with you before, and I'm telling you, she's a phenomenal woman, and we're just so excited that you are joining us today and that you're coming to power up with us.
Yay, I told you, see, she's been here before. We know what to do when we get on the platform. I'm going to start with another smiling face that I see. Remember, ladies, I told you we might even start singing tonight. Smiling faces. Come on with it. I'm bringing on our next young lady. She is right below Maria. And Alicia. Did I pronounce your name correctly?
It's Alicia.
Yes, Alicia, come on with it, young lady. Tell us who you are, where you're chiming in.
Hey, everyone. My name is Alicia Ford. I am the Impact Mentor, and I am from Houston, Texas. So sunny and hot and humid is what we have going on right now. But I am the founder of Be Impactful Consulting. We are a consulting agency, done for you services. We do everything from full service social media management, as well as we build a full digital products empires around their purpose. We work with 6-figure brands to make sure that while they're doing what they're doing, they can add another set of income to their brand by making a digital products business. And I'm also the founder of Position to Impact podcast, which is on Google, Spotify, as well as Apple.
I'm not messing with her right now. Miss Wellness. I'm not messing with her, Miss Wellness. Why don't you tell us who you are and where you're chiming in from?
Hello, hello, hello. My name is Moira Livell. I am a mindset and wellness therapist. I'm a three-time best-selling author, a speaker for quite a few years now, and also I am a functional medicine practitioner. I'm also here to empower you as a licensed mental health counselor. Empower your mind, body, and spirit. I'm the CEO and founder of Moira Holistic Wellness, where I take you on a journey to understand how your mind affects your body and your spirit, and then take you from sadness to happiness, from hopelessness to being hopeful, from desperate to having better control of your own destiny. So this is all I do. I'm all about empowering you to get to your best you.
She said functionality, taking you from desperate to destiny. We need to definitely have a girls' night out with Miss Wellness, honestly. Come on, Michelle. We're saving it last for you to introduce yourself. Tell us where you're calling in from.
Hello, everybody. I am Michelle Brown McConnell, and I'm calling in from Plano, Texas. I am the founder, of POW Business Center, where we specialize in offering insurance services to small businesses and families. And I'm here today representing POW Business Center Women Empowerment Initiative, Woman You Got Class. And what that is all about is just motivating and inspiring and empowering women to understand that they have the natural abilities to succeed in life, and that they can live and just enjoy the life that they desire and they deserve. And so Woman You Got Class is all about revealing and understanding what's inside of you, which I like to say your jewelry box and all your valuable things are in there. And so what we do is that we coach, we help you understand that you have these valuable assets about you. And if you just discover those valuable jewels that you have, you will be successful in life.
Like I said, you see them doing three snaps, you up, three snaps, you up. Texas is definitely in the house tonight. Honestly, I want to ask you, ladies, and this is what I generally do, ask each of you a question, and we're going to start back with Michelle, because I see Michelle is right next to me, and then there is Maria, and then after Maria, we have Miss Wellness, and then we're going over to Alicia. Tell us what motivated you to get you started in your business. And I'm going to start back with you, Michelle. What was that motivation that got you started in your business?
The motivation was self-fulfillment. It was just self-gratification. It was just allowing myself to plant myself in a situation where God can use me to just edify the life of somebody else. And that really was my motivation, because I remember a time when I didn't believe in myself. I remember a time when I struggled. I remember a time when I didn't see light at the end of the tunnel. And so I decided, you know what? I want to start my own business again. And I want to be an entrepreneur. And I want to have the freedom and ability that I can go out and I can share information with women, and I can show them and tell them how I did it and share the good and the bad. So that's what motivates me, is that I am available to be used. So we're all winning. And it just brings smiles to me. I really get excited when I have those opportunities to do that. And so by being an entrepreneur, it allows me the flexibility to do that, form relationships, allow God to use me to transform lives. Because for me, that's what it's about, making a difference, but making a dollar at the same time.
I am not mad with her. She said making a difference and a dollar. Come on, my sister Maria.
I think Michelle said it all. Transforming lives is very important to me. It's something that I really stand behind. One of the things that really motivated me is in 2009, my mother got really sick. And if you've ever had something unexpected happen in your life, things happen all the time. We struggle all the time. But when unexpected things happen, sometimes they knock you off your feet. They take the breath out of you. Sometimes they take the life out of you. And we had found out that my mom had stage 4 cancer. And so I really didn't want to live anymore. I actually was praying to God for him to take my life and leave my mother here. That's how bad I wanted her to stay. I did not want her to go anywhere. You know, when the doctor comes in and gives you that fateful report talking about you only have 6 months to live, maybe less, you know, that broke my heart into a million pieces. And even though I have God, I love God, when you get bad news, when you're not expecting things to happen, and sometimes even when you are expecting things to happen, you're never prepared. And so one of the things I used to do was sit in the corner in the dark and cry all the time. Because I just didn't have it in me. I was really depressed. And so I had to be more intentional because I have a son. And he was younger at that time. And I had to be intentional about what I was speaking over myself so that I could live and not die. And so one of the things that I realized is one of my gifts is to transform lives and to make people better, to propel them to be better and to really step out on the things that God has called them to do. I think Michelle said that she used to feel low self-esteem, low self-worth, that negative self-talk. If you haven't done it, baby, I've done enough of it for you. And so I used to speak those words over myself.
I am not messing with her. I told you. She is always on fire every time I see her. You guys need to make sure you have your fans, ladies, and your water because this is just the beginning. Listen, if you have not registered for this summit, you need to go ahead, register right now. This is the link is there. It's time is the link is time to the number 2 powerup.com. Time to powerup.com. This is a 5 days of connection, creation, and contribution. And guess what? It only costs FREE. That's right. It's free. Are you ready to power up? We're going to go ahead and listen to our next guest. I'm ready for you, Alicia.
Yes, thank you. So, okay. So when I started my business, entrepreneurship was never in mind. I was not the girl that wanted to be like the CEO or the boss or anything like that, but I just had a passion for service. I wanted to create something that really helped other people. That people in times of need and when people really needed help and support and needed something that they could actually benefit from, that is all I wanted to do. And I had that as a small, as a girl in high school. I went to school at Texas State University, went to school for healthcare administration because I wanted to start my own healthcare insurance company. And it was just important to me to create something that supported other people. And so for me, what I ended up doing was as I went into corporate America and as I took on leadership jobs and leadership roles and things like that, I found that I thrived better when I had full autonomy of who I was and what I did. And so I found that in corporate America, you find that you have a way of doing things, your unique skills, your unique skill set, your gift, your passion, your dreams, your everything, right? And so, but when people try to tell you, okay, that's great, this is what we want you to do, but we want you to do it exactly this way, I couldn't do it because I thought differently. I see things differently. My perspective is different. And so I felt trapped. So with all of that being said, I started my business. I wanted to go into life coaching because I am a survivor of depression. I am a survivor of childhood bullying. So I'm right along with everyone else, with Michelle and Marie, when it comes to that negative self-talk and just not believing you can do anything. But 6 years later, I'm here. I started my business in 2015. We're still here. And the thing that I can tell you that I have learned is being an entrepreneur has been the biggest personal development road I could possibly have been on. I have learned so much about me, what I want to do, how I want to serve, how I want to show up, how I want to help my family, how I want to help other people. So if anything, if I can say why I'm here and why I'm doing this, is because of that.
Thank you so much. That was powerful. So powerful. And the fact that you said other people try to tell you to do things this way, but you're like, I already have my mindset on how I want to do things. I am pivoting in a different direction. I know exactly how I want to. They don't even build airplanes the same way anymore. So you're like, that's old news. I have something new that I want to evolve in my business and being an entrepreneur. I'm not going to cook my chicken the same way. I know the Colonel has his recipe. I'm ready to power up something new here. Even with the Power Up Summit itself, I'm telling people it's time to get rid of that old power strip. Buy yourself a power strip that have the new power capabilities within it, like the USB. We don't have to have all these little cords around the house when we can purchase a power strip that has the USB capabilities to power up our phones. So that's what you're saying. I don't want that power strip. I want something different. I'm going to open the floor for Miss Wellness now, ladies. How are you, Miss Wellness?
Miss Wellness, I love this name, Dr. Betty. Well, I said, first of all, it's such a privilege to be sharing the stage with beautiful ladies, empowerment. It's all I'm hearing. Our biggest wins can be hiding sometime in sandpaper, in disappointment, in stress, in pain. My biggest win was hiding in sandpaper and in pain. I discovered how I had to take care of myself by going through my own pain. I was very sick, very stressed out a few years ago. And I did not have a plan on how I was going to get better because my prescription on a 6 weeks basis every 6 weeks were not taking me where I wanted to go. At some point in our life, we have to take care of ourselves. We have to take our own health in our own hands. But we got to have the right mindset. We can't do these things without the right mindset. The only I end up coming with the only thing that stands between you and your biggest dream and your achievement and what you want in your life sometime, it's your desire to try it and your faith to believe in it. So it's so important to know it is important for you to go with full force after what you want. I did not become a functional medicine practitioner, a licensed mental health clinician because I had all that dream. I became this as of right now. All of those goodies you heard, Moira, 3-time best-selling author, because I had a choice to make. I did not want to die. When I was sitting hearing my doctor say, you don't want to do this, you're going to die. You know, ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been hearing this word? Someone told you you're going to die if you don't do this. And you say, how am I going to do it? I don't want to die. I had a 2-year-old at this time, and I had to make a choice to start feeding my body, my mind, the right and deserving breakfast. This is how I started to take care of me. This is how I started in my journey from crawling, from running, until I started to say, Moira, you don't have to figure everything out right now. Just go one step at a time, and then life will unfold right in front of you. So this is how I became. I love this name. What you were saying, Moira Holistic Wellness was formed out of pain and disappointment and stress and frustration.
Wow. And I love how you said that your win was in sandpaper. Oh my goodness. That was phenomenal. And I love calling you Miss Wellness because how you opened up, you said some things that I'd never heard before. And
Mindset and wellness.
what state are you in so we can come to your area? Are you in Texas as well?
No, I'm going to Texas. Hey, ladies, let's connect. I'm going to Texas, not this month, but I intend to come in a few more months. I am in Massachusetts. I am on a small island called Nantucket. Very tiny. If you go to the map and you go over there in Massachusetts, that's where I am. But I will be
Right.
in Wallace.
Let me tell you, I've been to Nantucket plenty times.
No way! That's amazing. I'm so excited to hear that.
Yes, I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. That's my home. So
Oh,
Nantucket,
that's awesome. I'm so happy
absolutely.
to hear that.
This is a small world. So, ladies, we have a
Yes.
trip to Nantucket. We will take you on a tour in Boston. So I worked at Boston University as a human resource manager. So I know where Nantucket Island is. This is a small world.
That is a small world. I love this. So you know how it's functioning, right? During the summer, we are agitated. So that's why you see I'm powered up now because it's all about agitation.
Yes,
After that, it's there.
I love it. And another thing you remind me of is that I have to see which person's mic is on. There's a feedback. The other thing you remind me of that strong people are not simply born. They power up by sharing their imprints that they've created throughout their life journey. As I listen to you speak, that's what this summit is all about. You have to invite your families and your friends and those people that are stuck right now because of something they have gone through in life. You're going to want them to be at this summit. And the reason being is a lot of people don't like to go places for free. They rather go and pay. But when there is something free, like this summit with all these amazing speakers that will be there, can I tell you again that it's FRRE, free? It's a free 5 days of connection, creation, and contributions. That's all you have to do. Is the only thing you have to do is show up. I tell you, my girlfriend Kern has been putting on these phenomenal events for a couple of years now. I can remember our first event together was at Cheryl Woods, who's one of the speakers. We were at her very first SpeakerCon event. So you definitely want to attend this event. And I tell you also that your imprint is made to rise. Your purpose in life, which is the same as your imprint, is meant to rise. You don't want to allow your dreams to perish. That's why we are doing a Power Up Summit right now, tonight. And I'm going to ask these ladies some additional questions that might be helpful for you. My next question to them is what are some of the setbacks or challenges that they had to overcome in their journey to being entrepreneurs? Because we all have them. And I'm going to start with my friend Maria. Where's Maria? Where's Maria hiding on the screen? She does. I'm going to start with her. Why? Because she's a spitfire too. So I'm going to move us out of the way. But Maria, let us know, what were those setbacks or challenges that you may have had to encounter to be the woman you are as an entrepreneur?
One of the setbacks that I had to constantly that I battle is feeling like I'm not good enough or that I don't have the skill sets when everything that we need is already inside of us and all we have to do is use what God has already given me. So sometimes I battle with that, thinking that, oh, you're not good enough or you're not skilled enough. But the fact of the matter is that we all are gifted and talented, and we have to power up by relying on what God has already placed down inside of us, because he said, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I think another thing that I constantly find a challenge with is just being able to network. This pandemic has, caused all of us to shift quickly. And so being able to network has been a challenge for me, and being more visible on social media. I'm not a big social media person, but I find myself more and more trying to get out here on social media and make myself visible. I know Kern talks about it all the time, that you need to have that visibility. And so that is a huge challenge for me, just trying to be out here on social media, trying to post more. And then I think another challenge or setback are resources. Sometimes you don't have the resources that you need to put all the pieces together and make a move the way that you want to move. But what I can tell you is that God is a provider. And when it is time for you to do something, if it's in his will, he's going to make sure that you have every resource, that every person is in place, that everything is lined up the way that it needs to be. But the biggest thing is that you definitely have to set small goals. If you don't set small goals, then you're setting yourself up for failure. Don't try to do things quickly or too soon. Don't try to compare yourself to someone else, because that's easy to do. Someone that might be doing the same thing as you or similar to you. Don't get into a competition. The only competition is you. And sometimes it's hard to see that. Sometimes we look and see what someone else is doing, and then we downplay what we're doing. And so I think it's very important that we take what we're doing and magnify and amplify that and find our strengths. Hey, Sharon, good to see you on here. And just, believe in yourself and that you are able to do it.
I'm like with tears in the corners of my eyes because you said a mouthful there, my sister. And this is why I am so honored that you are back with Kern on another platform. It's such a pleasure to see you again. And you are indeed powered up. She is rallied up, Miss Wellness. I'm bringing you up next. See, because can you put some more fire on top of that fire?
I don't know if I can top up that.
You got it. You're in the right place tonight, my sister.
This is so amazing to hear everything Mary's just shared. I think I used to think about setback. I used to think about difficulties, but I take all my setback as part of my journey to have big comeback. And that's why I am here right now sharing this journey with you, sharing this moment with you. One of the things that I would say that was a setback is during the pandemic, specifically during time like this, it's difficult because I opened my practice in January 2020. 2 months later, I had to close. So how do you survive after 2 months of open a new business when you sell everything and then you are looking forward and things start booming? Ladies and gentlemen, learn to pivot. Learn to pivot and don't stay stuck. As it's the greatest man in the world say, life is like a bicycle. To just keep balance, you got to keep moving. I never stop moving, but the setbacks are real. The challenges are real. They are out there for us to grow. They are out there for us to learn. And if we learn from our setback, now we're going to just take them as part of our journey. No one, I'm repeating this, ladies and gentlemen, no one has it easy. No one. If you see somebody is achieving some goal, has been working hard on it. So you out there, whatever you are doing, stay focused. Stay laser focused into your dream and have the passion to reach to the next level. Because you can't take a mindset of $100 and put $1 million in it. So we have to consistently be willing to refocus, re-energize, and set our goals with vision and not looking left, right. Stay focused. Aim forward. Forward. That's where you're going to get your dream. That's where you're going to make change happen. Change doesn't happen when you stay stuck. You gotta have it vision, the tunnel vision, I call that, to reach your dream and get to the next level.
So, Miss Wellness, I'm thinking. I know you said don't get stuck in your setbacks. You're breaking up just a little, but for the most part, you talked about coming back from your setbacks, and that is so important for us to continue to strive in, especially once we figure out how to get unstuck. And I'm so grateful for you to be here on this platform, all the way from New England, doing what she does best. I believe that we're gonna go. I'm just gonna ask everyone to don't forget to like and share. If you've not shared this with your family members, your friends, those people that are in New England, let them know what you're doing and when you're doing it. We want to invite them all out to hear you speak on July 14th through the 18th. 5 days of listening to phenomenal speakers such as yourselves. And I'm going to bring on our other sister. She's already in the queue. Are you ready, my sister? The platform now
Yes,
belongs.
I'm ready.
The floor is yours.
Okay. So, as it relates to challenges and setbacks of being an entrepreneur, the first thing I will say is that you have to have the right mindset and you have to set realistic goals. Because I can remember a time saying I want to be a business owner because my thoughts was I'm going to be a business owner. I can do what I want to do and I can make all this money. And I thought it was going to happen overnight. No, there's no quick get rich scheme. It doesn't happen like that. You have to work. You have to chuck away at it. You have to keep going. And you have to know that it's not overnight success. So that's the first thing. I think a lot of entrepreneurs go into it with the mindset of thinking they're going to make all this money because initially at one time I did the very same thing and I had a reality check. That's not how it happened. Another thing I would say would be a challenge that was a challenge for me was just feeling intimidated. Because you see, there's all these big businesses out here doing what you're doing. And sometimes you feel like you're just this little fish in the big ocean. And sometimes it can be very, very intimidating. But what I would say to you, just know that you are unique. Your business and your services, they are unique. And that's why you market. That's why you set yourself apart. That's why you differentiate what you're doing so you can stand out, so you will not feel intimidated. Because I truly believe what's for you, it is for you. But also keep in mind, there will be plenty of setbacks because you will receive maybe 10 no's before you get 2 yes. That's just the reality of it. But I always told myself, a no doesn't mean it's not going to happen. A no does not mean that there's not another chance. It may be delayed, but it's not denied. And so I constantly tell myself it's all about timing. It's all about the right connection. Another thing that I would say that can be a setback, and I believe Maria touched on it earlier, is just the right connections, resources, and creating awareness. So I will tell you, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, you have to be bold. You have to be fearless. You cannot be afraid. You have to speak because no one is going to brand your services and your products the way you will. You have to believe that you have the best stuff out there. Even though there may be 50 other products, everybody doing other services, but it's something different about yours. And so you always have to stay ready. That's what I tell myself. Stay ready because you never know who you're going to see in Walmart, the grocery store, the gas station. You just never know when God is going to drop that blessing right there. And the last thing I would say, never give up. because I do believe we have the natural abilities that we have, that we showcase for everybody else. You have to have that same mindset for your own business, that I'm going to go the extra mile. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to be that go-getter. I'm going to pull this energy, because it's the moments when you feel like you don't want to do it. That's when the blessing is waiting. That's when you really have to get up and go and network and talk to people and get on the computer and do research, work on your business plan, your strategic plan, whatever it is. When you don't feel like doing it, trust and believe, that's when you need to do it. That's when you need to do it the most.
She said, never give up. I started singing, never give up.
That's what I have to tell myself, that giving up is not an option. And if I fall, guess what? Land on my back, because I can look at the sky, because the sky is the limit.
I'm not messing with her, Miss Wellness. I'm not. We have one more of our phenomenal speakers that's going to answer the very same questions. We'll move out of our way so we can get.
Hello again. So I started my business in 2015, and I'm just going to be extremely transparent. I knew nothing about entrepreneurship, but I had to be willing to learn, right? I had to be willing to dig in, open a book, sit in a chair and read and focus. And it felt like I would learn one thing only to realize that there was 3 more things that I needed to learn. And then I would learn that thing, and then it looks like 5 more things I needed to learn. And to some people, starting a business, that can be very discouraging. And the challenge that people have to overcome is you have to be willing to learn. Yes, you might have a degree. Yes, you might have this, but entrepreneurship is an entirely different experience. And each experience, everybody's entrepreneur experience is going to be different. Just because somebody did it one way doesn't mean it's going to work for you. But what I will say, my title right here is I dub myself the Impact Mentor. And the reason why is because I know that God gave me a divine mission and a divine message. And because of that, I believe everyone else has a divine mission and divine message. And but the thing is, are you willing to push through? There have been times since 2015 where I just wanted to just stop. And I did stop. There's been plenty of times where I've gotten burnt out because I'm trying to do. And I'm picking up skills, and I'm trying this strategy, and I'm trying that strategy, and it's not working. I'm getting little bits, pieces here and there. But even when I would stop, I couldn't. I couldn't. You hear these crazy stories about people saying, I just can't. I know I look crazy. I know I look stupid. My family can't understand it. That is true. When you get to a point in your journey where nobody else understands what you're doing but you don't even understand what you're doing. You just know you can't stop. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing. I don't know what it's going to look like. I don't know what the future holds. All I know is the present. And so you have a vision. God gave you a vision. God gave me a vision. God gave everybody a vision. So you have to make the decision that no matter what it looks like, who leaves, who comes, who doesn't believe in it, even when you don't believe in it, you just know it's still there, and you literally can't see yourself doing anything else. You're on the right track. No matter how good they try to pay you in your other job, even though it sucks, you still don't want to be there. You can't. You just have to keep going. And I will say this one last piece. 2019, I had my own pandemic before the pandemic. And I lost my car. I had no lights. I had no food. It was a lot of stuff I couldn't do. I lost so much in a short amount of time. And those were the hardest 10 months I could possibly think of. I had to do things that I never thought I would do. But I would say in those times, God said, Alicia, I need you to stay with me. I know it hurts. I know you don't like this. I know you're uncomfortable right now. I know, but stay with me. I got something for you. And I kid you not, I stayed with it. I kept going. And he literally just gave me a whole new business model that I would have never put together myself. And the rest is history for me. Booming even in a pandemic. So keep going is what I would say.
So Alicia, let me share something with you. Now, I've never met this young lady in person, but because she doesn't even like being on social media, I mean, it's challenging for her. You heard her say that. And the reason I brought her on this screen, because let me share a connection that we have together that came from the last time we met on right here. I want her to give a takeaway, just to share something with you about what you shared with us about going through your own pandemic. Come on, Maria. Speak to us. Power us up.
I think Alicia said a mouthful in itself, but I think what I gleaned from her is that she realized that she had her own power inside of her. She didn't stop, even though she lost everything. She was at a low point because she lost her car, no lights, no food. That's a really low point in your life. And she could have went into depression, but she didn't. The word she spoke became the house that she lived in. That's what her feast is. So you spoke life over a situation that you could have just let dwindle and die, let the light go out, but you kept speaking life over it and realizing that something greater was coming to you, something better was coming to you. You just said that God gave you a whole nother business model. Ain't God grand? God will always give you a ram in the bush, honey. He will always pull you out of the dark and miry pit and place your feet on a solid rock if you're rooted and grounded in him. And so you have the power. We all have the power, because this is the Power Up Conference, right? So we all have the power. That power means dunamis power, that you're strong enough to influence and that you can change the direction of your circumstance with God's help.
I'm messing with her. This is yes, clap, 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 clap. You know, I felt her spirit. I felt Maria's like, I gotta say something. I gotta say something to our audience. You see, this is why you all need to show up, register today for this conference. You know, when one speaker speaks, another speaker has to take away from it that will impact. That's what Alicia said. I'm an impactor. So she did what? She impact Maria. Maria was like, I have something else to add on to your impact. You know, she talked about God giving her a ram that was in the bush. Alicia said, I had nothing. I lost this, I lost that. But lo and behold, God showed me a plan that took care of all of my nothings. You know, she said, sometimes I never knew where anything was coming from. My family didn't know what I was doing. Sometimes people don't know. But like Maria said, when you are rooted in his presence, when you are speaking to him and him only, it doesn't matter what others are trying to put through your ear gates. You know, it doesn't matter what others are thinking about you. We had a phenomenal call. It was a call after the call last night, a call after the call with the speakers from last night. They were saying things like, Dr. Speaks, I can't be added onto your Facebook. It says you've maxed out. Well, let me go ahead and get rid of some of these family members or these friends that ain't participating, ain't supporting, or not purchasing any of my books. Sometimes you have to let go in order to grow. Sometimes you have to power up instead of powering down, you know? So thank you, Maria. See, I called on her because, like I said, we've been here before. and I felt my spirit. I felt your spirit in her, and I knew she was going to come on and put some more feet, some more fire under the feet that are listening. Go ahead and register, folks. We're just here having a good time. Thank you, Jacqueline, for being here. We appreciate you, my sister. There's some others that are out there chanting out. Who has not answered that question? I don't want to leave any of you ladies out. Did everyone answer that question? Because, whoo, that was fire. You are on fire. You are definitely powered up. We're here rallying up for the Power Up Summit that's taking place in a few days. You see, June is already over with. We will be in July this month. You need to get to know these ladies one by one, July 14th through the 18th. After that, they might not even be reachable. I'm going to go ahead and prophesy. After that, they will not be reachable to you. So you need to take down their contact information tonight. They will put their contact information in the chat room, how you can get in touch with them. But definitely look for them July 14th through the 18th at the Power Up Summit. That's right. Power Up Summit 2021. You have to be there. All you have to do is just register. The price is only FREE. Yes, free. That's all it costs for you to be there. And if you can't make it, get someone from your family to be there. Get a friend to be there. You have to be there so you can know how to pivot in your life, so you can know how to grow from those that are not doing anything for you, so you can know how to power up instead of powering down. You know, we're going into all these months where people start to get into their anxiety stages, or they have PTSD, or people are going through various things in life. But you've heard what these young ladies said, the challenges that they had to come through to get to where they are today. So all you have to do is go to powerup.com and register. You'll be able to see all the speakers that are out there. My next question to the ladies is, who are some of the speakers? And then I have another question out there. Who is some? Tell our audience who some of the speakers are. You can even chat it in. Also, ladies, if you're able to chat, tell us some of the speakers that you know of that would be there. And I will start with, let me see, Michelle. Alicia is still calming down from that power talk. Help us out, Michelle.
Well, ladies, everybody, you do not want to miss it. The Power Up Summit is going to be awesome. Why? Because Lisa Nichols will be in the house. I mean, I love her. I follow her. I listen to her. I go to her training. She's a dynamic speaker. And then also Kim Coles. Kim Coles is going to be in the house, Tamika Scott. And I'm just going to name a few to give the other ladies a chance to tell you this awesome lineup we have. So you definitely don't want to miss it. It is going to be a wonderful time, an exciting time, an empowerment time. You need to be there.
Yeah.
Yes, also that's going to be there. You're also going to get Miss Chrisette Michelle. I happened to be on a live stream with her a couple of days ago. That was awesome and amazing. She's so intentional when she talks. I just love listening to her speak. And we also have Lisa Diaz is going to be there as well. And Dr. Cheryl Wood is going to be there as well.
Woo-hoo.
Awesome. And then you have Dr. Yolanda Jerry, our very own trailblazer, Kern Cherry. I mean, it's so much power in the house. You got Forbes Riley, who is going to be gracing the stage, as well as a host of others. And I'm going to kick it on over to our good friend over there in Massachusetts.
Can you hear us, Miss Wellness? I'm not sure where she is, but she's smiling. She said, I'll be there. I'll be the speaker that you don't want to. I'm going to be that guest speaker that you don't want to miss. So until we get Yes, you are freezing on us, sister. That's okay, but we love those poses, each and every one of them. So she chimed out on us. But my next question to you, Michelle, I'm still waiting on these other two ladies to calm down. I can see them fanning it visibly there. But tell us who has been like the mentors, and if you have a quote that you want to share from someone that has inspired you, that person that has been there for you every step of the way, or someone that, that it's my grandmother. Like, for example, I can think of my grandmother, I can think of Kern, I can think of Maya Angelou. The list just goes on and on.
Well, first, my favorite, what I say to myself all the time is Philippians 3:14. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. I say it all the time. And I have to tell myself and remind myself of God's promises. And I am who I am because he created me to be who I am. And I can do all things. So that's my favorite. I hold it dear to my heart. The people that have been in my life to just encourage me along the way. Of course, my family, my children, my husband. They're my biggest supporters. They're my biggest critics. They're going to evaluate me. They're going to tell me when, hey, you need to step it up. But we need that. We need people to check us. We need people to tell us when you're off your A game. And then I just have a host of friends. And it's special when you can say you have a host of friends, not just one. I have a group of ladies that no matter what, they are ride or die. They support me. They encourage me. Sometimes they believe in me when I was doubting myself. And they're like, Shell, you got this. You can do this. We're going to support you. We're there. They've never missed the event I've held. They've never missed anything. If I say I'm having something, what time? What do you need? And it's just a beautiful thing when you have a group of women that's not jealous, that's not trying to pull you back, that's not talking about you, throwing shade. They're just say, hey, guess what? I don't want to do all these things, but I'll help you do it. That is a beautiful thing. And so I would say just my family and my friends, and my best friend who never leave me no matter what. That's God. He's always got me. He's always there with me. Even when I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, he checked me and he still pushed me and elevate me forward.
I can't even think of that song but Maria helped me with it. Chip, give me a song to sing. Come on, Alicia, talk to us.
Yes. So I have been super blessed to have come across, as I like to call them, business buddies. These ladies, sometimes, your friends and your family that's like present with you, they're there, they're with you, but they don't quite understand. They don't quite understand what you're doing or what you're talking about. And sometimes you just want to have somebody to strategize with, or bounce an idea off. So I have been able to accumulate a great network of women, like she said, that I can just listen. I'm not feeling it today. I need some upliftment. The well is dry. Okay, it's dry. And so having those ladies to be able to pour back into me. And then also there has been a book. His name is Simon Sinek. And the book that he wrote is Start With Why. And then he had a follow-up book that says, Find Your Why. Those two books have been phenomenal for me when it comes to this entrepreneurship, because I don't know if anybody have done one of those Myers-Briggs tests, but I am an INFP. And so not an INFJ, but an INFP, whereas INFJs, those are like super rare. They only make up 4% of the human population. Well, an INFP is just as rare. And so this whole journey has been about not only knowing myself, but accepting myself and understanding that it's okay for me to be me. I don't have to be like anybody else to win. I don't have to be like I don't have to adopt a different personality and a different persona to show up and win in business. And so, or anything that I set my mind to, podcasting, writing, blogging, authorship, speaking, whatever. And so that is what I've learned. And that's what I've been loving, that the people around me have been able to pour into me and to say, Alicia, it's okay. you're phenomenal regardless. And, when I talked about in 2019, the scripture that got me through was, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want.
Mm.
I recited that every single day. So having something that can feed you constantly is going to support you and get you through.
I love it. Love, love, love it. Now I want to sing the Clark song. You brought the sunshine. you know. Come on. I want to see if Miss Wellness, are you there?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but you're still okay. You go ahead. Let's see if you're there. How are you?
I can see you.
Yes. So we can't. You're coming in with a lot of static. So I'm gonna come right back to you. Okay.
Okay.
So Maria, tell us who that mentor is, or those mentors.
Well, it's already been said that God is the number one mentor. One of my favorite scriptures is, and you can read the Bible over and over, and every time you read it, you get a different revelation from it. But one of my favorite scriptures is John 15:7, which says that if you abide in me and my word abides in you, ask whatever you will and be it unto you. So every time I feel low and in a low place, I always go to that scripture and I always tell God to perform his word, because you said, be it unto me, God, because I'm in you and I remain in you. And then the other mentors that help me and guide me is my family. There's nobody like your family. When all your friends are gone, or friends you thought would be there are gone, your family is going to remain with you. They encourage me, they uplift me, they support me like no other. They believe in me when even I don't believe in some of the things that I'm doing myself. They'll speak a word over me and empower me. And then I have a good friend that is a spiritual sister to me that I can call on and I can rely on for her to give me good godly counsel. And then I have two other friends that I can really talk to. My best friend that lives in Ohio, I can talk to her about anything. We've been friends for over 40 years. And then also one of my friends that's right here in Atlanta, Georgia, that's going to give me good counsel and not some fluff. When I'm right, I'm right. When I'm wrong. So they keep me accountable. And that's important, that you have those accountability partners. My circle is small and I wouldn't have it any other way. I think it was said before that people will fall off, and some people you have to let go, because everybody doesn't have good intentions for you. Everybody doesn't want to see you thrive, but you got to know that you want to thrive, that if nobody else sees it, you got to see it.
There you go, Miss Wellness. We're talking about mentors and who have been that person in your life that has helped you as you have been on your journey as an entrepreneur.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Hallelujah. That's good. I love what Mary said. God has been my favorite mentor. He has always been my mentor. And I discovered the scripture during the pandemic. And it's Isaiah 1:49, 41:10. Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not dismay, for I am your God. I will uphold you. I will carry you up to my righteous right hand. So when I think about mentorship, I'm thinking about Lisa Nichols. She has been my mentor for over 2 years. She helps me, guides me, and she's been amazing. And I'm so honored to share this stage with her. Les Brown. God, this man has inspired me to just stay my best, knowing there is greatness in me. My family, they have been my pillar to push me, to believe in me, and all of the women out there that are doing powerful work. So I am always thinking about how do I go to the next level. But I think the most important thing we don't realize, self-development, it's non-negotiable. Power Up Summit, it's for anyone that looking for mentorship. Your mentor does not have to be somebody you paying a lot of money. It can be exactly this summit that you will be part of to uplift you and let your pain become a source of inspiration to empower and uplift some spirit out there. You do not have to wait to hire someone if you don't have the money. Come, show up at the Power Up Summit and you will blow up and you will grow because you will let go some of your pain, some of your
Yes.
diseases.
You ladies, you guys might, you know what? So yes, I'm telling you, I am on. It's like hot in here. It is so hot in here on this platform this evening. My son came running upstairs to see what all the commotion was about. Come here, Mr. Bentley. Come here. So he came. He was like, "Mommy, what is going on up there?
Baby, her
What
pain.
is all
Oh,
that?" He said, "Oh my goodness, it's too loud in here. What's going on?" That's these powered up women, Mr. Bentley. They're powered up. And my last question to you ladies, we know that we will be at the Powered Up Summit. We know that this summit is how much?
free,
Free. I'm
free,
putting a bunch of
Free,
E after
free.
that.
free.
FREE free.
Yes, it only costs free. All you have to do is register, and the link is so easy. You can find this link anywhere. I have typed it in up there for you. I've seen Maria has posted it in the chat. Timetopowerup.com. That's all. You just go there on that main page. There's a button that says register. All you have to register. All you have to do is register. And there's no point in saving this information and these phenomenal speakers for yourself. I told you last night, if you thought last night was hot, tonight was going to be even hotter. And they just keep getting hotter and hotter and hotter. I may have to come in here with my little two-piece on one of these days. You know, it's just that hot. These ladies are phenomenal. Again, we've been talking about the Power Up Summit that takes place the July 14th through the 18th. All you have to do is register. That's it. Just register. You're going to meet more phenomenal speakers. They only gave you a few of the speakers. When you go to that registration page, you're going to see all of them right there on the registration page. They didn't even list all of them. So they just gave you just a tease as to who would be out there. And then they only gave you just a tease about who they are and what they're doing. They didn't even give you their subject that they're going to be speaking on because you got to go pay for that. It only costs you FREE. Just you got to show up for that one. You know, one of my favorite quotes is by Warren Buffett when he said, sometimes you have to invest in yourself in order to make it. You have to invest in yourself. Now, who's going to pay you to go to this summit? And these speakers that you've heard from today, they had to invest in themselves to get to where they are today. They even had to invest in themselves to come out and pour into you for something that only costs you. You can do it from your cell phone, your computer. You can even log in on to some of you, your television, the smart TV. You know, all you got to do is power up. You know, and make sure your cell phone is powered up, or your mobile phone. Make sure it is powered up, because this is a 5-day free event. 5 days. So as we talk about powered up, and these ladies are leaving imprints based on the things that they are doing in life, I want to ask them, what does the word imprint mean to them as they are carrying out different legacies? I'm going to start with my girl Michelle, and then we will end with my girl Maria, and after Maria would be last, but we'll go from Michelle to Lady Wellness on over to Alicia, and then Maria. How's that, ladies?
Leaving my imprint, my legacy, what that means to me is that I want to be remembered as a giver, as a nurturer. I want my imprint to say that I stood for something. And what I stood for was love, was respect, was determination. And so whenever I think about my imprint, is that I want it to be just something that you'll never forget, something that's just unforgettable, that is because it's so impactful that you just want to model it. And that's just what I want to have, that impact in such a positive way that there's no question that, hey, I want to do what she did, because I saw how she changed lives and I saw how she made a difference in the world. And so when anybody think of Michelle, I want them to think of me as that game changer, as that person changer, as that inspiration changer. That's what I want, as that motivator. I want to be remembered for always just being selfless, just always putting other people first.
Michelle Obama has spoken. Come on with this. Come on with it.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, things might happen to you. Things might happen around you. But the thing that truly matters is what's happened within you. Your legacy. You owe it to your ancestor to leave this world better. You have found it. We have technology. We have health. We have wealth. We have so much that our ancestor did not have. And we are benefiting right now from the legacy. Don't forget where you come from. So that's our duty. That's our job to leave it, what we have found, better and impact lives. I want to be remembered as someone that came and make things and change things and make them better. She has found and have an impact in one life at a time. So it can be compounding. It can be multiplied. And just have that determination. Someone that live with a passion. And someone that finally at the end did not afraid to die. Because she knows she has done all she could to impact some lives. And that's what I'd love to be remembered. Live with passion. Because most people are dead at 25. However, they get buried at 65. Are you one of those people? What are the limitations and belief you have to release to stay focused in your vision and get to your higher and best self? So here we are. You are having this Power Up Summit free. You that's looking at right now, what do you want to remember for? And that's your calling. That's your opportunity to make an impact. That's your opportunity to say, I mother, and I came here. I have done my job, and my future generation will be proud of me. Thank you for being here.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm not going to even touch the wellness doctor. You know, she said your future is waiting for you. In other words, you have more years behind you than what you do before you. That's just to wrap up what she just said. What you're going to top that up with, what you're going to power that up with, Miss Alicia?
Yes, I am all about leaving a living legacy. So part of my business is not only am I creating a business model for up and running brands with digital products, I teach people to create living legacies with digital products. A digital product is just something that you offer that is digitized, that you get to actually create. And did you know that when you create that and it makes money, you get to leave that to your children and they can make money off of it. You are literally creating something that creates more wealth. And I don't know if anybody has known, we just passed that 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Massacre. And if nothing else, understand how powerful that situation was. You had Black people who was acquiring wealth. They were building something, and in a second, it was taken from them. So their generations, their families beyond them didn't get a chance to build from that. So we are in a position, just like Myra said, we are in a position now. You have to use everything around you. Do African Americans and Black people and people of color still have a way to go? Yes. But you have to remember, you are better than where your grandparents are. You're in a better position than what my parents were. My parents are baby boomers. I am definitely in a better position than they were. So I can't ignore all the doors that I get to walk through that they couldn't. So I can't ignore that. So, but then I look at my little cousins and I look at all of them. They're looking at me. They're looking at you. They're looking at all of everybody that's in your family that's younger than you is watching you because they want to know, what are you doing? How can I do it? How can I get there? How can I follow? What steps can I do? And then to be able to create something and leave it for them so that they can have the privilege to be just able to accept and receive. They don't have to work as hard. There is something about being able to start at a space where you don't have to worry about your livelihood, how you're going to eat, where the lights are coming from. Do you know the amount of creativity that gets to come out, the different gifts and talents that the Lord gave you that you now get to utilize because you no longer have to worry about lights and food and everything else? We need to start learning to leave that for our family. And that is what I choose to do with my business. But even beyond that, if you think about what just happened in Miami, the whole building collapsed. Part of my vision is not just to be a CEO and not just to be an entrepreneur. I want to acquire real wealth because when situations happen, floods, hurricanes, natural disasters, freezes, tsunamis across the world, people are hungry, people are starving, people don't have anything. That takes money. I can pray all day, but if you just lost your house, you want a new house. If you don't have no clothes, you want new clothes. I want to be that person. I want my family to be that entity that can pour back into the community. And that's why I get up and do this. And I want you to also think about, what are you doing? How are you creating an impact? What's your legacy that you're going to leave behind? But more importantly, you can start creating things that when you're gone, it still is fruitful. So that's what I have for y'all at this summit. Y'all need to come and join me.
I ain't messing with her. And she had the nerve to say so. She's like, so this is why you need to be at that summit. You ladies are on fire. She said, so this is why you need to be at the summit, because I got something to tell you. She went places that touched the core of my heart. Honestly, she talked about the massacre, that 100 years. Yes, Alicia, the Buffalo Soldiers, rode motorcycles all across the country to support that. I had to bring my Buffalo Soldiers shirt out last night because one of the speakers said last night, I don't teach my girls about Superwomans and Wonder Woman. I say, but Superwoman, that's my name. That's my Buffalo Soldier name. They call me Superwoman, if you can see it on here. So she was like, okay, I have a new name. I'm going to take that away. But we are. If we're doing a dozen things, trying to leave imprints, if we're up there's what 24 hours in the day, and we're squeezing out 48 hours, making things working. And I know Kern is messaging me at 2 o'clock in the morning, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Then I get a message maybe around 6, and I'm thinking that girl has 72 hours in her days. So yes, that's a superwoman. So yes, we support one another. We have work to do because things around us are falling down, and we have to find the right power to power these things back up. My sister Alicia, she said, we're going digital. We're digitalizing. That's what she said. But whew, Mr. Bentley is still hot up here. You all right down there? All right, we're gonna bring on. Get ready. Hold your seats. Everybody buckle in. Buckle down. Let's bring in my sister Maria. Are you ready, sis?
I'm ready, Dr. Betty. I think Alicia put her hand on her hip at the end. She was like, so. She was in that. I felt that in my spirit. I really did.
Yeah.
That was powerful, you guys. Really, really powerful. Before I go, I just want to shout out some of my tribe that I see on here. Shout out to Sharon, Simone, Shauna. I saw a couple of them on here. So shout out to you all. Thank you for being a part of this platform tonight. But as you all were speaking, I was thinking about what does imprint mean to me. And I thought about Maya Angelou because she says, one of the quote that she uses is, at the end of the day, no one will remember what you said or did. They will only remember how you made them feel. And I realized that my life is not my own. I don't live for me. I'm here because I have a purpose to fulfill. I am here to transform and impact lives like never before so that they can go on and be great, so that they can be empowered, so that they can see that they have worth and that they have a destiny also to fulfill. The word says that we are the salt and the light of the earth. And if I am the salt and light of the earth, then my job is to make sure that I am seasoning the earth, that I am seasoning the people, that I am making sure that I am giving them something that they can use so that they are empowered themselves. So it's not about what I did, but it's about how I'm living my life.
Listen, Lisas. I'm telling you, you guys know my birthday is April 4th. So you can go ahead, and if you didn't know that, go ahead and mark it on your calendars. I do like gifts, April 4th. By the way, that's Maya Angelou. That was her birthday as well. It was the day Dr. Martin Luther King, was assassinated. But by far, since we're celebrating their birthdays and celebrating his assassination, you can all just remember, oh yeah, that's Betty Speaks' birthday too. But when she brought out Maya Angelou, that's like one of my favorite mentors. Whenever she was in New England, whenever she was in Boston at Boston University or over there in Worcester, Massachusetts, I would always make it there to see her. Couldn't get a photo shot with her because she didn't believe in taking photos with individuals. She was like, I don't know if it was this call where it was a call that was earlier today where a young lady was talking about presenting herself. This is why she doesn't do social media, because of her looks, that insecurity. But that was, as Maya Angelou, she just didn't like taking photos with people. But I tell you that you all were so on point tonight. You left, just fired up. You're going to do phenomenal at the summit. For those of you that didn't get a chance to watch this full hour of chanting and getting to know these young ladies, they are now tethered together. honestly, I can see them texting one another. Ladies, don't forget to put your social media handles in the chat boxes, so you can connect with one another. And like I said, we'll be friends until we close our eyes, now that we've met together here on this platform. And honestly, um, whatever imprints you choose to leave, someone will remember you by them, Alicia. Someone is going to remember you saying so, and you need to come up with an acronym for that, because honestly, that's who, everything you said tonight, that's the one word that stands for you. It's like, you don't know where nothing is going to come from or how it's going to happen. You just know that it's going to happen. So what? You don't know either. That's your word. So it's just going to happen. That's, I mean, when you said so, that summed up your whole platform. You just know something is going to happen. I lost my car. I didn't have food to eat. I didn't have money. So something major came out of that. Honestly, Miss Wellness, come on now. It doesn't matter what a person is going through, what they are feeling, how they're feeling, what type of mindset they are in. You said, I'm here to change that mindset because greatness is within you. My mentors, I have invested in myself. I know who I am and what I can do for you based on my investments and based on who I am, where I am. I'm just from this little bitty island named Nantucket. Nobody's ever heard of it before, but Betty speaks. And I'm here to fulfill you with greatness. Come on, Michelle. You're gonna be telling people, I'm serious. You have a platform that I never heard of before. Talking about classy women. I kept sitting up every time you would come on. I'm just watching my posture in the chair. And then the friends you have that are supporting you. I want some of those friends to look me up too, because I want to call on them too. If you got those good friends that will do anything and go anywhere that you are, I know they are all registered at this for this Power Up Summit. I know they are, because they are plugged into you. Greatness. And then there's Maria, you know. Woo, look at here, look at here. She's on fire. She brought some fire from leveling it up to powering up. Who knows what she's going to do next at the next summit. So I just encourage you ladies to stay connected with one another, because after listening to you all this evening, I know that you are going to blow the fuses at the summit when they hear your power ups messages, because you've done nothing but change lives here with those that are supporters. That some people are saying blessings, such a great message. This has been an awesome platform. The message that I'm getting on, because you're like tagged on all my social medias, including the television station. So I appreciate you being here. Now, that last takeaway, I've asked you to post all of your contact information onto the chat room, but I will allow you the opportunity to speak it out just in case someone is not tuning in or may not make it back to the replay. So, Miss Wellness, I'm going to ask you to start off with you. How can one get in contact with you?
It's easy. Facebook, I do Motivation Monday tonight. Right after this, after around 10 o'clock, you will have Motivation Monday with Moira at Moira Livell at Facebook, or you can contact me at tlc@moira.com, or you can go to Instagram at moira.com. Thank you so much. This is such a blessing and an opportunity to be here with you all, ladies. And Dr. Betty, you just make it so easy. You're just joyful. You make it just amazing. It's such an amazing a pleasure to be here sharing the stage with all of you ladies. Hope we stay in touch. We're in contact.
Thank you, my love. We shall.
Yes.
I'm talking and my microphone is on mute. I want to just say, first of all, thank you, Dr. Betty, for allowing us to be on the platform with you today. You're a phenomenal woman. I follow you. I see all the great things that you're doing. I want to shout out to our amazing trailblazer, Kern Cherry, for having the vision to even put on this Power Up Summit. And you can stay in contact with me. My name is Marie S. Boatwright, and that is how you can find me on Facebook and Instagram, or you can email me at info@mariasboatwright.com.
All right, all right. You got Miss Alicia up next.
Yes. So you can find me. I am always there on Instagram. So you can at the Impact Mentor. You will see my lovely face on there. You can also come to www.theimpactmentor.com/podcast. We are gearing up for season 4 of Position to Impact podcast. And so you can follow me on Instagram. You can learn more about leaving a living legacy through digital products there as well. And you can also follow the podcast, Position to Impact Podcast, www.theimpactmentor.com/podcast.
I'm not even messing with her saying the mugly shot. See what I mean with her?
Dr. Betty, you've made me so comfortable. So you're getting all the sass, okay?
All right, love. Come on with it.
And yes, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Betty. I have just really enjoyed myself. It's just, for me, it's been an honor and a privilege to be among you, just wonderful women, just women of God, empowered women. I'm just really excited to just be a part. I can't even talk right now because I'm being honest. I'm just like, I feel like I'm so filled up inside because I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to just be a part. I'm just so thankful. So you can follow me at mbrown.dot on Instagram, Michelle Brown McConnell on Facebook, and you can also send me an email at progressionofwomen@gmail.com. And also, thank you, Kern. I'm just so excited that I was able to connect and just be a part. And I'm just looking forward to what is going to take place in a couple of weeks.
You ladies are absolutely amazing. This is what we do. This is what we do when we win, win, win. You know, we don't have time to mess with the negative Nancy's, the no hope Bob, none of the naysayers. We just stay focused, follow one course until successful, and just stay on that trail. You know, stay plugged in so we can stay powered up. Again, all you have to do is go and register. There's plenty of room, and it only costs you free 99 FREE. That is all you have to pay to hear these lovely ladies speak on July 14th through the 18th. And we want to say thank you so much for tuning in with us this evening, and have a great evening.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you very